Hello, isang magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Good afternoon dito sa UAE. And I'm RD Pineda. I'm based here in the United Arab Emirates here in Abu Dhabi, the capital city of Abu Dhabi. So welcome to all our viewers. This is the Usapang Expat Pinoys, care of my blog, RD Blogs in Facebook and YouTube channel. And I created this live stream podcast to be a program for all OFWs or expat Pinoys, as we can say, from an OFW myself and to the OFW here, specifically here in the UAE, but also in the world. So today is another episode. We are now in episode 5. So marami-rami na rin. But this live stream podcast, we do it like twice a month. As I invite guests from different industry. So our podcast is dedicated to further enhance our skills, our financial literacy and management. Last time we had Sir Bates Pisura as our guest speaker. Today we have a resource speaker who is in the career field or in our industry, in my industry where I belong. It's in the construction and engineering industry. So today is episode 5, and this episode is with regards to our our episode 5 is career growth. So it's about career growth and development. So with the subtitle, how do you make progress in the workplace? So our resource speaker for today episode 5, is a well-known woman engineer, and if I'm not mistaken, the first Filipino woman executive in the United Arab Emirates in the construction industry. And she's very active in Filipino groups, Filipino advocacy to helping OFWs here, specifically here in the UAE. So I'd like to introduce Dr. Mary Jane Alvero Almadi. Si Dr. Mary Jane is the Chief Executive Officer of Prime Group of Companies in Dubai. If you will go to her professional biography in LinkedIn, this description would not fit. Maybe two or three screen, no? So si Dr. Mary Jane is a multi-awarded Filipino engineer and woman executive in the UAE, and also as well as in international. So among her awards is the Global Filipino Executive of the Year category, Asia CEO Awards 2020, Circle of Excellence awardee. Is among the 300 most influential Filipinos in the Gulf in 2020, and I think for the past recent years also, no, by the Ilustrado magazine. He is also 100 among the top 100 global sustainable CEO in 2016. Also has the leadership award, Quality Leadership Award, Global Awards for Excellence in Quality Management and Leadership 2016. He is also CEO of the Year in the World Water Leadership Congress Awards. Also the most in the field of geoscience, Pagawad America in 2015. And one and other is based on among the 100 most influential Filipina in the world in 2013. Uh, 2013 Global 100 FWN Innovators and Thought Leaders category, and many more, many awards that Dr. Mary Jane has in her sleeves. So I'd like to welcome Dr. Mary Jane. It's a pleasure and honor to welcome Dr. Mary Jane in the Usapang live stream podcast. Welcome po, Dr. Mary Jane.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for the introduction, RD. Thank you. And thank you for
Welcome po.
inviting me in this show. It's my great pleasure to be with you here today and with the kababayans who will be watching the show.
Yeah, specifically talaga, I decided to invite accomplished and successful career person here in the UAE like you to give inspiration sa ating mga ka-OFW dito sa UAE.
Yes, thank
So,
you.
let's start the ball rolling po or
Yes, please.
to so una-una po when did you came to Dubai?
Okay.
Kailan po kayo
I think
nagsimula?
in 1992 na ang nag-iisang building pa lang sa Sheikh Zayed Road is, I don't know if you know that hotel, Dubai Metropolitan Hotel. So,
Mm.
that's the only building there. And then, the on the other side of the road was Toyota building,
Oo.
yung
Yung sa
sa tabi ng
may sa
safest.
Pasatwa.
Yes, sa tabi ng safest
Oo.
way ba yan, na supermarket or Safeway
Yeah.
supermarket. And then, if you go forward, will be the trade center. Iba pa yan,
Yeah.
hindi ganyan yung roundabout
Yung
niya.
isang
Bundok
maliit
siya.
doon, no?
Bundok yung roundabout. So,
I
yun.
see.
And then, yung trade center, yan na lang ang naiiwang building ngayon na hindi binago. Yung Dubai World Trade
Yung sa
Center.
Canton, no? Yung sa corner ng
Yes.
roundabout.
Yes.
Yeah.
In which I don't think
Mm.
na gigibain nila kasi landmark yun eh.
Parang lang.
Baka improve lang
So,
nila.
kailan po yun? If,
That was in 1992. And then, dati yung Dubai Mall, yung downtown area na yan, was military camp.
oh.
Okay?
So,
And
talagang
all
inabutan niya
behind
yung
that,
development.
yes, yung behind niya, yung desert yan, yung Zabil. Desert yan, lahat.
Mm.
So, kaya pag nakita mo ngayon yung, kasi nakita ko yung pagkakaiba and I've been involved in this humongous projects na nangyari sa
Wow.
UAE. Yes, so for me, it's really like, it's my pride na I've been one of the engineers in during the evolution of the construction industries
Yeah.
in the UAE, sorry. So iba-iba 'yon.
So,
Sa iba-ibang aspect, may construction sa mga buildings and then sa infrastructures. Ganun. So na-involve kasi nag-umpisa yung laboratory namin sa construction laboratory.
mm,
And then
now,
we have expanded. Yes.
expanded na. So,
Mm.
tagal niyo na pala sa UAE, no?
Yes. Matagal na.
Ako
Super.
is uh, is
Hmm.
actually I started family dyan sa Dubai. Dati dyan kami.
Oh.
So, my kids were born dyan sa Dubai. Dalawa Dubai.
Oo. Ay, by
So,
the way,
pag ganun ako, pabalik-balik po ako.
yes. By the way, thank God ha, your wife is already well, no? Your wife, I saw in the
Ako,
Facebook.
just
Yes,
kakalabas lang
alhamdulillah.
ako. Thank you
Yes.
po.
Give my regards
Yung
to her.
kanyang goal.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you.
Mm.
Nanonood po siya.
Yes.
Thank
Hi.
you, thank you. So, since kayo one of the pioneers sa UAE, sa Dubai, no? Nung
Mm.
pagdating niyo sa Dubai, meron ba kayo, did you have a specific objective or what
Hmm?
in
Yes.
whatever career you could take?
Actually, breadwinner kasi ako eh. So, uh, we were born like we were having wealth, but it so happened. So ito learnings to ha. Then my father got sick. So naghirap kami. But we were used to be my father came from a wealthy family. They have
Mm-hmm.
farms like that sa Laguna. And then my mom was really from a poor family. So siya yung nung pinakasalan niya yung mother ko, siya na yung nagpaaral sa mga kapatid ng mother ko kasi eldest yung mother ko. Then nung pinanganak na kami, nagkaroon na sila ng sarili na kami, nandyan na. Mga siguro, I experienced the crisis, started experiencing the crisis when I was in the high school. Kasi my dad got bankrupt. Meron siya kasing
Mm-hmm.
business sa Manila. Okay? And my mom is having also a business in Olongapo. So, when the business of my dad got bankrupt, kasi nakabili sila ng properties na ano yata, stolen from the government. So, hindi
Mm-hmm.
nila alam yon. Then, nung nalaman nila yon, then they had to go through court cases and then nasara yung company. So, yon. Parang
Mm-hmm.
na-depress yung father ko. Hindi na siya naghanap pa ng iba pang source of living. Okay, parang na-depress siya. And then nagkasakit
Mm-hmm.
siya kasi naging chain smoker siya. So, ang nangyari is, nung nagkasakit siya, mother ko na ngayon na lang ang bumubuhay sa amin. Ganon. And then,
Apo kayo sa Pilipinas?
si mami ko sa Pampanga, my father
Uy,
from Laguna, San Pablo City.
Kapampangan, parang
Yon.
ako.
Yes. And then,
Kapampangan.
since maganda naman kasi yung tinanim na value ng father ko na pinag-aral niya yung mga kapatid ng mother ko. So, nung nag-college naman ako, pinag-aral naman kami, na magkakapatid.
Mm.
Pinag-isa-isahan kami, ganun. Like, kagaya ko yung um, auntie ko na dating OFW sa Saudi, ngayon nasa US na. Yon, pinag-aral
Mm.
niya ako from first year college hanggang sa mag-graduate ako ng chemical engineering. And then, yung pagpunta ko dito is really a necessity because ang aim ko is matulungan ko yung mother ko because I've seen her sacrifices for us kung paano niya kami
Mm.
binuhay. And then, lalo na nung namatay yung father ko, siya lahat.
Mm.
So, I got the inspiration from her na I would help her makaalis lang ako ng country because I was thinking that before when you go abroad that would be your stepping stone. So nung merong
Mm.
nag-recruit sa Philippines kasi nagtatrabaho na ako nun sa textile company. So may nag-recruit sa Philippines na Arab company. And then ako lang yung nakapasa as a quality assurance officer.
Mm.
And then so sa Jebel Ali yun. And dati,
Mm.
walang accommodation for ladies sa mga flats. Not allowed. So, ang nangyari is, nakatira kami sa ladies camp. Ladies camp na pag-aari ng Spinis. So, nandun lahat. So,
Ah.
I experienced talaga from the bottom. Like, na-experience ko na pumila pag kumukuha ng pagkain. Then, sa banyo, you had to take turns kasi ang daming
Mm.
puro babaeng workers from different
Ah.
nationalities. Sri Lanka, yung lahat na nagtatrabaho sa Jebel Ali na mga babae, doon sila naka-accommodate. So yun, from Sri
Talagang ano,
Lanka,
no?
India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Philippines, ganon. So
So,
that was the
na-hire
life
kayo from
before.
Philippines.
Yes, yes.
Mm. kami nga, no, nag-visit visa, no, na continue sa Dubai, no. Daming,
No, noon,
nung
noon na
talaga.
wala pa noon yung visit visa eh. Mga direct recruitment from the
Oo,
agency sa Philippines. Ganun noon.
madami.
Yes.
Saka hindi pa ganun ka-popular yung UAE, yung Dubai, eh, no? Yung Saudi pa, eh, no?
Yes. Mm. Hindi ko nga alam na may Dubai. I thought that I would be
Oo.
going to Saudi Arabia and Dubai is just a part of Saudi Arabia. Yun ang nasa isip ko
Very,
noon.
talagang very inspiring yung story ni Dr. Mary. Who rose from the rock now is the CEO of one big
No, and also you know that I've been terminated
one.
no from the second job. So first job, I only worked there for 7 months. Then I transferred to a laboratory na I worked with them for 3 years and no 5 years, and then yung going to sixth year, I've been terminated after my promotion, a month after my promotion. Kasi all of them were, my colleagues were males from different nationalities. Ako lang ang babae. And I was like appointed to be the chief chemist of the laboratory. So
Mm.
parang siguro culture barrier ang
Oo,
nangyari, ganun.
lalo na
Or
dito sa UAE, no?
yes, that was before.
Mm.
Nung mga
Oo, yun.
time na yon.
Kaya
But
madami na.
today, no. Hindi na ngayon.
Mm.
Women rules. Di
Yes.
ba? Most of the companies ngayon, ng mga nasa corporate,
Madami na.
is Filipina, yes.
Mm.
Especially sa mga lahi natin dito.
Services.
Marami kang makikita na mga Filipina executives.
Oh, dami na nga po.
Yes. So,
Talagang
nakakatuwa.
nag-excel.
Hmm.
So, yun yung start ng career ni Dr. Mary Jane. So, actually, part na tong question na to, number 2. Yung mga struggles niyo. What were your struggles and challenges you faced during the initial stage of your career in Dubai? First, as a Filipino, alam natin, no? Second, as a woman.
Yes. As a Filipino kasi, you know that meron silang concept kapag Filipina, you come to the Middle East and you are a domestic worker, di ba?
Oo, yun.
Actually, there's
Superior
nothing
person.
wrong on that
Opo,
in
yes,
that
yes.
profession. But um, sa tingin ng iba, it's a very low job. But for me kasi, yun yung destiny eh. 'Di ba? Meron nga diyan ang mga makikita mo merong mga nagtatrabaho sa bahay but they have degree, you know? They
Oo,
graduated.
yeah.
Yes,
Mga
meron
teacher
silang
pa iba.
mga degree holders sila. And then actually they have to be appreciated din nung mga amo nila kasi yung mga inaalagaan nila ang tatalino. Right? And then, so double purpose sila, nag-tutor pa sa mga bata, then maraming mga families from the Arab na ang mga naging kasama nila sa bahay is Filipina, and look at them now, mga nagtatrabaho sila ngayon sa government, mga directors, I've known a lot, na ang kinukwento nila, ang naging babysitter daw nila, nanny nila was a Filipina.
Wow.
And up to now,
Ang
yung
dami.
Filipina nandun pa rin sa bahay nila. So, ganun, parang like, they appreciate yung, syempre, yung mga parents nila nagtatrabaho. So, naiiwan lang sa bahay, mga nanny. Like me, pag alis ko ng 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, so si Yaya na lang. Kasi lalo na ngayon, puro online schooling, di ba?
Oo.
So, si Yaya na lang ang nasa bahay. 'Di ba? Pero mababait naman yung mga anak ko because yun yung nakukuha nila na ugali sa mga yaya din. Minsan mas gusto pa nila yung si yaya kasi very patient sa kanila. And then
Yes.
like us na mga career woman, sometimes hindi ka kasi sanay eh. Pag may narinig kang ingay, ano ka na agad, ano ba, ang ingay, ganon, hindi ka sanay, no? Yes, pero sila, yun, sanay sila sa mga bata. And then, yun yung isang struggle kapag career woman ka, yung pag-balance mo ng life
Ah,
work balance, meron ka
mm.
talagang mako-compromise. But it's up to
So,
you rin, or it's up to din dun sa, like for example, sa me as a woman, kung paano ko rin siya i-handle.
yes.
Ganun,
Parang
ganun ang,
yung strength ng woman, yung ano, yung patience, yung
yes.
pasensyosa,
Patience tsaka yung resilience.
resilience. No?
Yes, na kahit
Hindi ba kayo
na,
hindi ba kayo naka-experience ng parang discrimination as a woman sa first phase ng
ah,
career niyo?
to tell you the truth, I never experienced. Bakit? Siguro dahil sa profession ko as a chemical engineer.
Yeah.
Kasi, especially nung nag-asawa ako ng Arab, nung pinakilala ako ng husband ko na I'm a chemical engineer and I am managing a company. Sa una hindi naniwala kasi sabing ganun.
Mm,
Siyempre sila yung mga matatanda na sabi,
Oo.
pwede ba silang maging ganong position? Eh di ba sa bahay lang sila nagtatrabaho? Ganun ang
Oo. Na
concept.
stereotype sa
But
mga
yes,
kasambahay.
stereotype. Yes,
Mm.
pero nung nakita ng family ng asawa ko that I am really, kasi nabigyan ako ng mga awards, then I've been always published, featured in the
Mm.
newspaper, ganyan, in Arabic, so nababasa nila. And then yung biyanan kong lalaki, sabi niya, ano, dahil daw sa akin, nalagay yung pangalan ng Almahadi sa newspaper.
Mm.
So,
So,
yun. Proud na
talagang
proud. Yes.
mm.
Kaya yun.
So,
So,
saan yung husband niyo saan nagwo-work?
sa
Government?
Alfotame. Alfotame.
Puti.
Mm.
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 Okay.
So,
So,
automotive.
as a Filipino, meron bang ano din?
Oh, wala din.
Parang
Kasi, if you can
dahil sa
see,
profession niyo?
no, sabi ko nga kasi it depends on how you carry yourself and how you
Okay.
stand with your principle and how
Yes.
the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you act, the way you dress,
Amen.
yun
Yes.
eh. And the way you
Tama.
think, doon kanila igagalang. Like for me, if you can see, everyone knows that I am the CEO, but I'm not the owner. I am just
Yes.
the one who's running the business for these
Business. Yeah.
four powerful locals.
Yeah.
So, kung may discrimination, they wouldn't trust me, di ba?
Tama.
But they trusted me from before till today.
Ilan taon na kayo
So
dyan sa
na,
company, sa Prime Group?
ilan kami? We
I
are
mean,
more than
ilang
six.
years? Ilang years
Dito
na kayo dyan?
23. 20 from
Wow.
1998. So 23
Mm.
years sa September. And then we started with 8 employees. Now we are over 600. And we
Wow.
started with an office measuring only 1,200 square feet. So it's just like, ilan yun? Parang mga 100 square meters lang yan, no? And then, that's the only size. And then, ngayon, 140,000 square feet na yung
Wow.
aming premises. We had only one branch and now we have 5 in the UAE, Al Ain, Abu Dhabi, Corfacan, Dubai, one in Dubai in the main, and Dubai in Jebel Ali. So 5.
Ah,
Then we have a branch in another country such as Japan, India, and Philippines. So lahat
sa
yun may mga
Pilipinas na rin.
laboratories. Yes. We have in Philippines, we have an ongoing construction there. Yung laboratory namin, that will be completed maybe in a couple of months, maybe after 2 months.
Wow.
It's inside the Clark. And we have in India, full-fledged, like what we have in Dubai. It's complete for food. It's a food laboratory, and we do have the certification body. We are a
Wow.
certification body also, accredited in India and in UAE and in even in Philippines now also. We are the only one who is approved by the government of Saudi Arabia and UAE to provide halal certification sa mga
Wow.
exporters. Yes. So, yun, parang for me, sabi nga nila, how did I do all those? So, siguro kung sila nasa lugar ko, parang normal lang. As long,
Mm,
kasi if you are a hardworking person, normal lang eh. Dahil ang prinsipyo mo lagi, kaya mo yon. Normal lang na maabot mo yun kasi nagtatrabaho ka ng maayos, di ba? That you work hard for it. So, it's really normal. Parang
great, great.
nakasanayan na
So
gano'n na.
that's all yung mga fit na yun is dahil sa inyo, no, yung mga na-branch out to
No, no, not
different
not
countries.
only me. It's my
I mean,
team.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you're one of the brainchild ng mga expansion na yan, no?
Leadership siguro, yes, leadership. But I really give the credit to my team. Kasi
Mm,
without them, I cannot do or
yes.
I cannot
Great.
implement my ideas, 'di ba? So, it's
Your
really them,
leadership,
yes.
yung leadership niyo talaga that nag-enhance din sa team nyo, no? How yung quality ng leadership din eh. Importante sa mga sa team nyo, no, to do that. So,
Yes.
napakaganda. So, moving forward, Miss Mary Jane, ditong number 3,
Mm.
nung nagsisimula kayo, may mga plans
Mm.
kayo. What were your initial plans and goals for your career growth and development? And how did you manage to step higher from your previous position to the next level? Kasi most OFA, alam natin, ang hirap mag step higher in another position eh. Na yung mga
Yeah.
Pilipino karamihan like sa engineering, like sa consultancy, I'm a senior structural. Pero nung mga una, we're inspector tapos ano. So mahirap step higher. Sabi nung iba, pag wala kang wasta, sa assessment, ganun. Paano nyo na-master yun?
Okay.
Specifically sa inyo.
So let us be realistic.
Yes, yes.
See, when I came to UAE, sabi ko nga quality assurance lang ako, and at the same time quality control inspector lang ako ng isang textile company. Okay, but it's in the supervisory level. Then when I transferred to a laboratory, I started as a junior chemist. Then on the process, I've been promoted to become the chief chemist. Okay, but there
Wow.
is one thing also. When I was in the Philippines, I was having a part-time job when I was studying in Adamson University. I was working in Jollibee. So
Mm.
I started as a crew, but after 3 months, they promoted me to smart, meaning a supervisory level. Then in 3 months only, and then after that, manage assistant management training. Then when I graduated in the university, they wanted me to hold a branch already as a branch
Mm.
manager. So parang ngayon nai-evaluate ko na tinatanong ko yung sarili ko, what is in me that parang yung bang charisma, what do you call that? It's like luck
Charisma.
ba? Was it a luck? Or
Or
yung charm,
grit,
di ba? So, I
charm
think
and
I
grit.
have the charm, yes.
Yeah.
I have the charm that when they look at me, they see that I have a strength. I am strong,
Wow.
and then they know that parang ang bilis nila na pagkatiwalaan ako because maybe because of what they see in me. And
Yeah.
ang ugali ko kasi may pagka OCD ako yung hindi ako humihinto hanggat hindi ko nakukuha yung hindi ko naabot yung goal ko or hindi ko na-achieve yung target. Ganun kasi ako But, I do it always in the right way. I don't do
Mm-hmm.
shortcuts. I always go by the process. And bago ko gawin, pinag-iisipan ko talaga. Kahit medyo mabagal, but I make it sure na yun ang tina-target ko. Yung direction na yun yung tinutuluyan ko. Yung dinadaanan ko, I mean. And I have also initiatives na ginagawa bago ko talaga makuha yung goals. Actually, I'm always a failure. Do you know that I'm always a... Yes, people they think that I'm a CEO, lahat ng bagay is madali mo lang siyang makuha. But it's not like that. There are a lot of times that I failed. But what I did was to rise up again and then learn from my mistakes. Yun ang ginagawa ko. Yun ang aking strategy. And as what I've said, part of that was my charm. Kaya ako siguro na abot tong status ko na to. Para choppy ka, RD.
Hello?
Hello? O,
Yan
ayan,
po.
okay na. Siguro sa, yung line,
Sa
kanino
connection
kaya?
di sa akin part siguro kasi
Ah,
minsan may gumagamit yung mga So, ang ganda nung sinabi nyo, no, yung charisma nyo, yung strength ng character nyo, nakita visibly ng mga superior nyo, no. So, sa tingin ko is makukuha na lesson yan natin, mga OFW, no. Yung strength ng character more than although syempre may factor yung mga skills and knowledge natin, pero ang
yes.
nakikita sa atin yung character, no, people
Yes.
skills siguro, malakas kayo sa people skills tsaka sa interpersonal skills. Sabi nyo nga may
Yes.
charisma kayo, so more than although it's important, yun yung nakikita sa inyo day to day, you know.
Yes. Um, Sabi ko nga, I've always been a failure. But, lagi rin ako nagra-rise up. And pag naman nag-rise up ako, is talagang with a bang. Yung,
Mm,
kung ano man yung pagkakamali ko no, natatakpan, na parang nakaka-move on ako ng, kung 10 times will be 100 times. Ganon. Yung nagagawa ko pa. So, nagiging more powerful ako kapag nagkakamali ako. Kasi, yun yung aking reference. Yun yung aking baseline to move forward.
mm,
Plus, siguro din humility. Kasi, just imagine yung we manage to maintain our customers. Kasi customers, that's one of the factor kung bakit
mm.
successful ang company. So,
Tsaka
siguro
lumaki,
dahil
no?
madali akong lapitan ng mga customers, And I always, for me, I treat the customers by relationship, not commercial.
Amen.
Okay? Not
Mm,
by the book. So,
mm,
kung ano yung pwede ko pang gawin sa kanila para ko sila ma-satisfy dun sa gusto nilang mangyari. For example, yung ina-expect nila sa amin as a company. So, I go beyond.
yan.
Yun. We
Ganda,
go
no?
beyond. Me and my
Marami
team, we
tayong
go beyond.
natututunan kay Dr. Mary na ma-apply natin. No? So, Dr. Mary, meron ba kayong specific career path na pinalo dun sa goal nyo when you were starting sa career nyo? Meron ba kayong specific career path? Although, definitely, yung pagiging chemical engineer. Pero dumating ba sa point na sa Dubai, sometimes mismatch yung mga work, di ba? Alam natin yun. May mga
Yes.
napupunta sa ibang linya. So, talagang yung path nyo ba talaga doon yung, since the start, yun yung goal nyo? Na
Yes.
ma-apply nyo yung mga work nyo?
Yes. Actually, so, chemical engineer, I'm not supposed to work in a lab. Siguro, side, ano lang yan, side dish. But, as a chemical engineer, I have to work in the plant, in a manufacturing plant, in the oil field, di ba? But, so, since nga, nag-umpisa ako as a quality professional, parang napunta doon, na-realize ko na yun ang gusto kong path.
Wow. Related pa rin naman. Nandun pa rin, no?
Yes, nandun pa rin, but in the administration side na.
Uh,
So, yung sa quality. And, maaga ko kasing nalaman ko ano yung gusto ko. Okay, and then, also sa laboratory kasi, if you are a chemist, I have read one literature na every day, kapag chemist ka, 1 minute ng life mo nababawasan because you are exposed to chemicals. Yung mga fumes, yung mga
toxic,
allergies, yes,
toxic
allergens,
chemicals.
yes, yes. So, kahit na fully covered ka, meron pa ring mga fumes ka pa. Hindi mo pa rin maiwasan yon, no? And then, see, I have here even a scar na nagpapatunay na naging chemist ako dahil nung sumabog yung beaker, I covered my face with this. Although meron na yan
Wow.
siyang coat, nasunog yung coat. So, and then nagkaroon ako dyan ng sugat. Yung ganon. So, from that time, sabi ko, I will change my path from being a chemist to, especially na ano pa ako na-terminate. Kasi nga, that, hindi ko rin alam kung anong reason. It's either, was it a culture differences with my colleagues or what? Kasi, ang sabi ng boss was, the
Kaka-promote
division
yun lang, sabi
manager,
niyo, di ba?
yes, in actually, hindi niya ako terminate. Sabi niya, mag-resign ako. Sabi ko, no.
Mm,
Why should I resign? I love my job. Sabi niya, because you're overqualified. So, siguro sabi niya lang yon. Then, but said, okay, then I told him na terminate niya na lang ako. So, I've been terminated. And then, it so happened, and by God's blessing, yung Geoscience was just starting. So, yung owner ng Geoscience trusted me, has given his trust to me to run the business with the 100,000 dirhams fund.
capital.
Yes. And
Wow.
then, plus, yung dinatnan ko, kasi hindi niya pala alam na yung kanyang company, yung mga tao na nandun ay 6 months nang walang salary. Kasi yung manager, yung current manager that time, is wala siyang pakialam. He's from other nationality.
Mm.
So, wala siyang pakialam. Basta siya, kung ano yung kinikita, yun ang sinusweldo niya. Yung mga tao niya, hindi niya pinapasweldo. And wala rin silang mga customers. They were only getting like yung income nila was only 9,000 a month that time. So, kulang pa sa mga pansweldo, di ba? So, ganun ang nangyari. And then, even I had a clash with him. So, I've been hired as a quality assurance officer, but he was treating me like I was his personal assistant to give him plates, to give him fork, spoon, glass, to switch off his AC, to write for him letter. Okay lang, sige, gawan yung letter. But
Oo,
yung
ginagawa niya, no?
other,
Mhm.
yes, but yung other things na ipaghugas ko, bigyan ko siyang plato, isara ko yung bintana niya, yun, that's not my job.
Mm,
I told him
tama.
that's not my job. And then,
Mm.
okay lang din sana kung busy siya na he was doing his best to provide us yung mga customers, yung revenue. But no, he was
Mm.
like lazy. So galing ako sa magandang company noon. I think you know that laboratory before. Ngayon ano na sila, Elements. Ang pangalan
Mm.
na ng
Mm.
laboratory ngayon is Elements. So I came from that company,
Yung
a very
geoscience? Oh,
no, yung una kong laboratory na
ah,
pinasukan.
yung una.
Yes, that was
Yung
Elements. I've been
geoscience, yung
ito yung
geoscience po is,
nilipatan ko.
yan ngayon yung prime group.
Yes, na yun nga yung
Ah,
sinasabi ko na 6 months silang walang sweldo. And then yung manager,
oo.
so we had a clash yung manager. Then, you know that I never thought na mabubuhat ko yung 10 box files para lang ibalibag sa kanya. And
Mm.
sabi ko sa kanya, i-terminate mo ko. Pag di mo ko terminate, magko-complain ako sa labor. And then, tinawagan niya yung chairman and sabi niya sa chairman, i-terminate niya ako. Then sabi ng chairman, no, ikaw ang aalis, let Mary Jane stay. So ako yung nag-stay sa lab, and then that's why we started from 8 from that time. Then nag-grow na yung company. It was just a
Ah,
laboratory. Now we are a group of companies. We have facilities management company. We have a trading company. We have a research and development company. And we have also a laboratory of food, environment, construction,
wow.
and other specialized testing. Then we have a certification and inspection company also. So ganun siya
Wow.
lumaki in a span of 20 years. Ganun. And
Ang ganda.
siguro, yes, and we have our own facility. We have a big laboratory in Dubai Industrial City, which is costing, nung pinagawa namin yon, yung building pa lang was already 40 million. Because it's 100% with sprinkler. Yun lang ang mahal na nun. And then, plus
Mm.
yung mga equipment pa na nasa loob. So maybe
Yan.
that reached to 60 million. And then, yung laboratory namin sa Abu Dhabi rin, malaki din. It's like 90,000 square feet sa ICAD. And then, yung sa India, sa Pilipinas, and then we have other partners sa Japan and other countries sa Europe. So, ngayon na yung time na yung uh, mga investors, sila yung lumalapit sa amin para kumuha ng franchise ng Prime. From
Wow.
Russia, from Vietnam, from Thailand. They want our
Galing, no?
name. Yes, they want our
Mm.
name. So, ngayon sila yung lumalapit sa amin ngayon. Minsan magugulat na lang kami um, na magtatayo sila sa Russia but they want our name. So, ano yung gusto namin mangyari? Sila lahat yung groundworks, pati investment. We just need to go there for the technology and know-how. Yung mga ganong offer.
Mhm.
Yes.
Ako,
So,
I can testify to the fact yung geoscience eh. Sila yung
yes.
laboratory namin sa project namin dati sa Panjomera. Saka yung ibang project ko nakikita ko
And
yun
now
sa
we have
mga
the Etihad Rail.
papers.
We are the
Nasa
official
yun isa.
laboratory for Etihad Rail.
So, ang laki na
Yes.
niya talaga. Ha?
Yes.
Yung mga competitor nyo, siguro
Sila
naiwanan nyo na.
yung nag-terminate sa akin na lab dati, sila ngayon, ako na yung pinakamalakas nilang competitor.
Wow. Ayan.
Yes.
So, ganda, ganda. So, pagdating naman na pagdating niyo sa, kasi kanina na sabi yung charisma nyo, yung traits, yung character, yung determination. Pagdating naman sa specific sa work, sa knowledge, sa sa skills, how did you develop your knowledge and skills and your competence that contributed sa growth nyo, sa career growth nyo?
Yes.
Other
So,
side.
yeah, evidently, I studied MBA. I took up MBA. Then, I also pursued to PhD, but not in engineering, in business management. Kasi nasa
So talagang
corporate,
nasa
kasi
aspect.
nasa corporate na ako, yes. So, alam ko talaga kung ano yung tatahakin ko. For me, yung technical kasi is just part, it's just the tool for me to
Yeah.
grow. Yun ang,
Mm.
yun ang aking parang naging strategy ko. Because I know very well that I have a talent in running a business. So with my technical know-how plus my knowledge in
Your
my skills
business
in business, and then plus my
management.
knowledge also in business, or like a formal knowledge or formal learning in business. So yon, nagsama-sama yon. So that's it. Siguro that's part of my growth and success. Yung aking
So,
career path.
yung bang specific higher studies nyo, no? Anong
Yes.
benefit? What specific roles
PhD.
para sa mga aspiring to develop their career to the next level, specific with your qualification like your MBA, what specific role or benefits ng higher studies for your career growth and development? Sa question ng mga OFWs dito, mga professional, should we
Yes.
need to pursue higher education? Would you advise
Yes.
like what you did?
Yes. Kasi pag, to tell you the truth, when I was just an engineer, medyo sabog-sabog ka pa mag-isip eh. But when I have, when I completed my MBA, structured na ako mag-isip. You know, very structured ka na. I'm not saying na kapag engineer ka is hindi ka structured, but you will be more structured kapag meron kang MBA. Kasi you've been doing
Mga
a lot of
specific
research.
skills, no? Sa
No, research. You will have a lot of information. Kasi pag technical ka, parang minsan nakabox ka na lang dun sa technical mo na nalalaman eh. For example, you are in the field of, let's say, sa plastic. So, doon ka lang umiikot sa plastic kapag technical ka. But, kung meron kang, for example, for me, I took up MBA. And then, my background is chemical engineering. So, how I applied my technical skills into the business. 'Di ba? So, ngayon, kapag meron akong ka-meeting, let's say I'm a doctor now in of business administration. Pag meron akong kausap, they would call me, they would address me doctor, like yung respect nasa iyo, plus, and they know that whom they are talking is a person with knowledge.
yes.
Okay? With knowledge
Competence
and with,
talaga, no?
yes, yung tumataas yung confidence mo ba?
Oo.
And then, even, like, for me, whenever I speak with people, kasi I speak with, or I interact with the people in the government, to the directors, undersecretary, mga ganon. Kasi sila yung mga may projects. So, sila yung
Yes.
nagbibigay sa amin. Hindi yun ibibigay sa isang company kung nakikita nila ang representative ng company or yung face ng company is
Tama.
zero.
Lalo na sa
Right?
UAE, talagang
Kung
yung
walang
higher
personality.
education, tsaka
Personality
personality.
matters, yes. So, sa personality kasi, nandun na yung education eh. So, when you know that you are highly educated, doon mo na buboost yung moral mo. Okay? That,
So,
then only,
importante ba yung higher educations? So specific po na like in your position, kung gusto mo mag-step higher sa career. Lalo na dito sa UAE, no, Dubai, very
Yes.
competitive, di ba?
Yung
So very
competition is
importante yun.
more. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes,
Higher studies.
competition is more because even the other nationalities, kapag na-encounter mo rin kasi, they would be having MBA or PhD or yung other certification such as yung kung sa HR, meron silang CIPD, and then yung sa accountant, meron silang chartered accountant, like that. And then,
Ganun.
marami pa, yung talagang ano pa sila, na kumukuha pa sila ng mga different certification. Yung ganon.
Hmm. Tama
And
po.
then, for example, kung
Ah,
engineer ka, then some would be taking pa sa nebosh or yung mga
safety.
quality
Ah,
management courses, yes. So,
ako,
yung ganun ba?
I have a PMP, Project Management
Uh,
Professional.
same with me also. I'm
PMP.
a PMP also.
PMP kayo. Wow.
Yes. Mm-mm. Yeah.
So member kayo dito sa
So,
Kaliji branch ng PMI.
sa PMI, sa ano pa kami nun ETQM,
Kaliji.
sa may bar siya,
Tipo
doon
yung
kami kumuha.
ng PMI branch sa UAE, Kaliji.
Yes, dati ang may hawak niyan ETQM. Yung total
Mm.
tapos TQM. Doon sa may bar siya, yung ngayon court na siya. Pero dati yon ETQM University yon. Ang mga nakasabayan ko, mga locals ng RTA. Ngayon mga
So,
directors.
dami
Kaya
talagang
nakilala
qualifications sa
nila ako.
sleeves nyo.
Yes, nakilala nila ako doon. Plus, yung sa UAE Society of Engineers. So, I also
Yes, yung
associate with I also choose the associations I go with. Yung, like,
dapat
I go with associations na makakatulong for my personal growth.
tama.
Yung hindi ako magwe-waste lang ng time.
Tama. So like
Because I always want to use my time wisely. Yung ganun na, pag nag-attend ako sa association na, for example, I am also associated now with EFMA, the Facility Management, the MEFMA, Middle
Mhm.
East Facility Management Association. Why I associate myself with them is that meron kaming facilities management. So, nakukuha ko yung mga ibang customers from that association whenever I interact with
Networking, no?
them.
Networking din, no? Ang
Yes,
sinasabi niya,
networking.
networking.
And then, I am also a member of Food and Beverage Manufacturing Association. So, kasi meron kaming food division,
Wow.
right?
Mm.
Yes. And then, yung iba kong mga team, nagme-member sila sa Microbiological Association sa UAE. So, puro mga microbiologist yon. Yung ganon. So, we have a strategy. You know, we
So,
associate with communities na related dun sa aming services and products.
yan. Mahalaga yan, no? Sa isang professional dito sa UAE. Sinasabi ni Dr. Mary Jane. So moving forward sa other questions, before we can allow or accommodate yung mga questions from the audience, kung meron kayong tanong, you can ask your questions with regards to our topic, and Dr. Mary Jane will answer speaking inputs and guidance to this. So, Dr. Mary Jane, yung specific challenges nyo as an OF, what are the specific challenges that you can give to the OFs in Dubai and in UAE would face in the workplace, and how can they manage to enhance their competitiveness?
Yes. Okay. So, we all know na ang mga Filipinos very talented. Right? We have a lot of skills and we are very talented. Ang problema kasi is we don't go out or we don't show up. So there are two
Oo.
things. There are two things. There is showing off and show up. There is show
Tama.
off and show up. Yung iba, show off, parang nagyayabang lang, pero wala naman. But for us, we have to show up. Meaning, if we know the things, we have to, if we don't, for example, we don't want what is going on, we have to voice out. We should know
Tama.
when to say no. Hindi yun laging
Yeah.
yes na lang ng yes ng yes. Kasi sometimes
Mm.
doon tayo nagagamit eh. Yung kapag nakikita na madali kang like nasa atin yung ideas, yung concept, and then iba ang kukuha, ibang nationality. Kasi nandun yung stereotype na Filipino lang yan, ganyan, ganyan. Pero pag nakita mo yung mga ibang nationality, talagang built-in ang confidence nila, 'di ba? Kahit na ang alam lang nila, for example, 10%, pero kaya nilang gawin na ipaalam sa tao na magaling sila.
Oo, parang ano,
Right?
Ayoko
Ganun sila.
magbanggit ng specific nationalities, no? Ayoko magbanggit.
Yes.
Pero I have
Yes,
experienced a
ganun
lot
sila.
like that. Mm.
Pero ang mga Filipinos kasi by culture at dun kasi sa kinalakihan natin. Ano kasi tayo eh, we are
Parang ano
humble, we
lang,
are very
parang
humble.
Filipino. Oo, masyadong meek na
Yes,
minsan
not
hindi
weak,
nag-a-assert. Hindi,
not
meek
weak
po, meek.
but
Meek.
humble.
I mean, meek
Meek,
ba?
yes,
Meek.
yes.
Parang
Yes,
timid,
kasi
timid.
yes, ganon. Like, pero maraming nasa isip.
Alam, oo.
Yes, and then pag pinasulat mo, ang dami nilang masusulat. Pero pag in-express, sinabi, hindi kayang i-express.
Oh, sa
So, yun yung
communication,
dapat nating i-skill na i-hone sa atin. Yun yung dapat nating i-develop. Dati rin mahihain ako, ayoko rin. Parang lagi ako nahihiya, hindi mo ako mapapakausap. But, when they gave me the responsibility to run the business, nag-aral talaga ako ng emotional intelligence,
tama.
kumuha ako ng mga ganong courses, and then time management, yung mga soft skills, and then pati yung self-assertiveness. Yan. And then, yung personality, how do you carry or bring up your personality? Yung mga ganyan. So, nagkumuha ko ng mga ganyang courses, bukod dun sa mga formal learning ko. So, that's how I develop myself. Kasi kailangan evaluate mo sarili mo. And also, wala rin namang masama kung meron kayong close friend or family na tanungin nyo rin, ano ba yung kulang sa akin? Or how do you see me as a person?
Yes.
Ganun. Kasi
Ganda,
meron akong
ganda.
meron akong mga kaibigan talaga na we are like that. Sasabihin namin kung ano yung mga weakness namin. And then we appreciate also the strength. You know, meron kasi from before, woman advocate na talaga ako eh. Like, if you know, we have this Filipino Digirati Association. It was a club
Parang
before,
narinig
but
ko na.
because of the CDA, we closed it down. In-stop na namin, but we had more than thousands of students that time. It was very famous. But we stopped it kasi nga yung CDA, yung bagong law. But we did not regret that kasi ngayon nakikita namin yung mga dati naming students, mga executives na sila ngayon. And some are running their own businesses. See?
Great.
Kaya, yes, for me, nakakatulong din yung magne-network ka and then only choose the people whom you are going with.
Wow.
Diba?
Ano?
Yung alam mo na
Ganda kasi
makakatulong sa'yo.
Minsan kasi yung Pilipino, tayo, yung pagka-timid natin, hindi nagsha-shine, hindi makita nung mga boss natin, ano, parang ayaw nating mapakialaman basta ginagawa ko ng mabuti yung
Yes.
yung isang trabaho ko. Parang iniisip natin kapag naging assertive tayo, let's say for a pay rise, parang nahihiya tayo na yung
Yes.
hinihingi natin, compensatory naman dun sa ginagawa natin. Samantalang yung ibang mga nationalities na sinasabi natin, mga Pilipino, mahilig mag-label na yun, sasabihin ng ibang mga sa ibang mga nationality, yung mga sip-sip, ganun yung sa linggo natin sa workplace. So sa ibang mga
Yes.
nationality na parang pasip-sip is not necessarily naman sila na sip-sip pero
Yes.
parang assertive sila no?
Yes. You
Tayo
know,
kasi parang nasa kukun lang Nasa kukun lang.
yes.
Okay, ginagawa ko
And
ng mabuti.
true.
Ayaw nating lumabas sa shell.
Yes.
Tama po
Yun
ba
nga
yun?
lang, for example, merong kasing 360 degrees feedback sa performance evaluation. Yung may part doon na tatanungin ka, how do you describe yourself? Or
Oo.
what are the other things you what are the things you want the company to do for you? Ultimong doon, hindi na pa nila maisulat kung anong gusto nila. But yung
Mm,
other nationalities, no, they would say na, yes, I am excelling in this, I need this.
tama.
Ganon sila.
Ganda kasi
Diba? And there's nothing wrong kung sabihin mo yon as long as yun talaga ay ginawa mo. Kaya bakit ka mahihiya, 'di ba?
um,
So you have to
oh,
showcase your talent. You have to showcase your skills. Kasi sinong
hindi ka
gagawa
naman
niyan kung hindi
nagyayabang,
ikaw?
hindi ka naman
Yes.
conceited, no? Talagang
Mm. No, that's
i-project mo yung sarili mo na ito talaga yung
yes.
quality mo as a worker.
Yes. Kasi ganun
Karamihan
din
kasi
ako
ng
noon eh. If I did not
mm,
kasi when I first received my award as the Emirates Businesswoman Award, first runner up in 2008. Doon ko talaga na build yung confidence ko because I was the only Filipina among the Arabs,
By the
the
way, Emirati na
locals.
po kayo.
No, that time hindi pa because I was just
Eh
got
ngayon.
married that time. Yes. Yes. Kasi 'di ba meron naman
So,
kaming privilege.
mm,
Yeah,
so,
after 3 years of marriage, you can get the nationality. So,
mm,
parang uh, nung nandun ako sa stage, doon ko lalong na-build yung confidence ko na, wow, talaga bang nandito ako sa stage? Kasi the Emirates Woman awardee who got the grand prize is the CEO of Dubai World.
mm.
And then pagkatapos niya ako na. And then
Di
pagkatapos
ba
ko
yan din yung
mga
siya din yung yung ng Emirates Airline,
no,
CEO.
no, no, that's babae yung
Babae.
yung CEO ng Dubai World. Nakita mo ba
Dubai
yung
World
video na
is,
yon?
parang nakita ko po dun sa
Yes, yung
LinkedIn.
binigyan ako ng award ni Sheikh
Ah,
Faza. Nung
ah,
bata pa siya noon. So, yun.
mm,
So, yung mga ganun. So, from that time, nag-move forward ako. I went out from my box and then I tried helping women to develop themselves. Ganon. So, I've been involved with giving trainings. Yun nga, yung Filipino Digerati Association. And then, I use my popularity in the social media kasi merong mga sumusulat sa akin sa mga private messages na ano yung gagawin, kung ganito siya, ano yung step. Kasi they look up to me.
yes, yes,
So,
yes po.
yun yung nangyari. Then, but I never turned down anyone. Kung sino yung talagang gustong sumulat or sumusulat, I was like giving them the time na ibigyan ko sila ng advice. I would even be the one who will call them. Ganon. So, I reach out. So, yun naman that's how I gave back to the community.
Mm, yun ang
Yun
maganda,
naman ang
no?
nangyari. Yes.
like ngayon, ano, yung talk nyo ngayon is really inspiring para sa amin. So, moving forward, ngayon, Dr. Mary, ngayon, yung pandemic, these times of pandemic, where most of the industry are affected or were affected, ano bang advice niyo? What advices you can give to us in order to cope with these challenges, let's say, sa work?
Okay. See, as an individual worker, okay, maraming natatanggal, di ba? Which is not in our hand. Halimbawa, for example, certain person na terminate kahit ang galing-galing niya. Pero, by the way, ang mga na-terminate ngayon, yung magagaling, yung mga highly paid na, di ba, na professionals, yung mga matataas ang sweldo. Because that's the strategy. Yun ang strategy ngayon. Yung mga matataas ang sweldo, yun ang tinatanggal. Then, yung next in line, yun yung nire-retain kasi medyo mababa yung sweldo. Then, ite-train na lang nila uli. So dun sa mga nare-retrench, okay, paano ba? Yung iba kasi ang ginagawa is umuwi talaga ng Philippines and then they start fresh. They open businesses. Maraming sumulat sa akin na paano daw sila mag-i-start uli sa business. So I gave them some links about yung sa mga startup. Meron kasing mga yung mga sa Philippines na kailangan. So I told them go to DTI. DTI also, they are providing yung mga business opportunities para sa mga small medium enterprises, yung mga nag-uumpisa with the 100,000 or 50,000, you can start up a business. Meron silang ganung mga program. So they just need to be resourceful kung saan sila kukuha ng mga information, yung mga go negosyo, yung mga ganyan, and then yung mga businesses related to halal industries. We all know na yung halal industry ngayon, it's costing the value of this industry is $3.2 trillion.
Wow.
Okay, this is a
Kunti
very
pa lang sa
huge
Pilipinas,
industry.
no?
And Philippines is virgin when it comes to halal.
Oh.
That's why we had the advantage nung nag-expand kami sa Philippines. Kami lang yung approved ng UAE and Saudi and the Middle East. So, and you know what? Nasa Philippines ang money. By the way, yung aming Philippine branch is earning more than the UAE branch for one division. Yes, the certification division. Philippines is earning more than the UAE branch for certification. So just imagine kasi why? Logically, ang nangangailangan ng halal is UAE. So ang Philippines ang mag-e-export sa UAE. So Philippines ang mas nangangailangan ng certificate, right? So that's how you think. So pag nag-strategize ka ng business, first of all, you have to see or you have to analyze saan ka or saan yung segment na pupuntahan mo na magiging na sellable or in demand. Yes, the needs will be very high. Doon ka dapat. Minsan nga, like for us, bakit kami nagkaroon ng mga group of companies? So, we are already in the laboratory. Pero, yung mga customer namin, sometimes nag-ask, do you have certification? So, lagi yan. Tinatanong kami, do you have certification? Do you have certification? Do you have calibration? So, ang ginawa ko is, meron kaming database ng lahat ng inquiry. So, we measure those inquiries and then we invested doon sa mga kailangan ng mga customers. Like for example, certification, inspection, ganon. And then, nung nasa certification and inspection na kami, meron na naman nagtatanong, do you do water tank cleaning? Do you do disinfection? Do you do this? Kasi nga may name ka na eh. Yung Younggeoscience ang, namin catalyst eh. sikat kasi si Younggeoscience. So, nagtatanong lagi. So, nandun kami nakakuha ng mga, ng mga queries. That's how we manage to open different segments or different divisions. So, ganun ang ginawa namin. Kaya meron na kami ngayon different group of companies. Then we are into trading as well. Kasi sa Philippines, maraming gustong mag-export. So, naghahanap ng distributor. So, what I did, okay, we open up a trading company and then yung gustong mag-export, we can be the one who will distribute their product here. Kasi we know the quality because we were the one who gave them the certification. So, ganun. Dapat meron kang linkage and then you should know your craft very well. You should know your strength and then also you should know where is the strength in the market. Yun ang mga dapat mong i-consider.
Ah, so,
Ganun.
yung parang untap pa yun, yung sinasabi nyo sa Pilipinas, no?
Yes.
Kung makukonsider.
You know, you should always tap the market that is not yet known. Kaya nga startup, di ba?
So, moving forward for our last question, and then we will accommodate questions from the audience. Ito sakit ito ng Pilipino eh. Yung patalon-talon sa company, job hopping, no? Sa inyo, nagstay kayo no for 23 years.
Yes.
Naabot niyo yung top, no? It's advisable to stay in a particular job with a considerable lesser pay, but where your knowledge and skills are complementing your goals that best achieve your growth and development in your career, or to move to different companies to explore for new opportunities. Kasi parang merong tension yan sa OF dito eh. Na tulad sa amin, may mga nung unang nung unang salta ko dito, I was hired also sa Pilipinas. Pagdating ko dito, 2003, dito sa Abu Dhabi ako nag-start. Yung sahod ko, yung salary ko is double nung sa kabilang company. Yung boom na boom talaga yung construction. So, kabi-kabila ng lipat, may NOC naman noon, pag mga engineer. So, NOC. So, until na-crash yung economy noong 2008. Sa Dubai.
2008.
Yun, bumaba na naman yung salary. Tapos ngayon, pandemic. So, sa inyo, ano advice nyo dun sa tension na yun?
Actually, yung palipat-lipat kasi, it depends din eh. So, sabi ko nga, let's be realistic. Part din siguro yun ng destiny mo eh. Like for me, it so happened na swerte ako sa company na to, na they trusted me. Diba? But, looking at the perspective of my employees, meron sa aming 15 years na rin. Kasabayan ko, merong mas matanda pa sa akin sa company. Kung 23 ako, 24 years siya. Okay? So, ganito yan eh. As what I've said, depende dun sa company na pinagtatrabuhan mo. Kung yung company na yun, nire-recognize yung strength mo, yung nagagawa mo, or they appreciate your value, I think it's worth to stay with them. Kasi ang nangyayari, kung nilipat ka nga sa iba, malaki nga ang sweldo, and after 3 months, kapasusweldo. For example, ang laki nga ng sweldo, every 3 months ka naman sumusweldo. So, wala kang longevity ba? Yung wala kang stability. Hindi mo alam kung kailan mo tatanggapin yung sweldo mo. Minsan, magsasara na lang sila bigla. Wala ka ng habol. Right?
So i-weigh mo rin, ano?
Yes. Kung, okay, maliit nga ang sweldo mo, pero stable naman, hindi naman kayo nahuhuli sa sweldo, and then, maayos naman yung company, So, sinong pipiliin mo? For me as a CEO, I don't get that much salary. But I stayed with them kasi mabait sila. Mabait yung mga directors ko, yung mga board of directors ko. They respect me, they trust me, and they believe in me. And ito yung arena na saan ako nag-grow. Natuto ako by myself with their support, of
Yes.
course.
Yes.
Yung dito ako nagkaroon ng freedom, and then dito rin ako nagkaroon ng chance para makatulong din sa ibang tao. So ano pang hahanapin ko?
So hindi lang talaga, hindi
Right?
lang talaga sa laki ng salary.
Yes, no.
Talagang
Ah,
sa work environment din, sabi niya, sa boss niyo,
yes.
maraming factor, hindi lang talaga sa laki ng sahod eh. Kasi yung iba,
Yes, yes.
di ba? So, yung masaya ka, sabi niya nga, you're
Yes, as
happy,
long
you're
as masaya
fulfilling
ka,
your,
that's the word. As long as
wag
you are
naman masyadong
happy.
mababa, no?
Yes, oh for sure. Siyempre, titingnan mo din naman na dapat naman is nasusustentuhan yung needs
Oo,
mo, di
yung,
ba?
mm.
Yes.
So, titignan mo talaga sa goal mo, tsaka sa goal mo na, kung gusto mo talaga mag-stay doon, na nakikita mo secure yung company, no?
Yes.
Rather than patalon-talon. So
True,
in my
yes.
case, yung mga pinagtagalan ko na company is yung mga malalaki din company like KEO and
Yes.
ACOM. Pero yung times
Mm.
na nagkaroon ng crisis talagang as much as they want you to yung magstay ka because of the struggles ng mga companies, minsan kailangan talaga nilang
Yes, yes.
sabi na-terminate ako doon. Actually sa ACOM, nag-resign ako pala. Sa KO, nag-resign ako not because of terminate ako. Pero yung opportunity sa kabila ngayon para tumalon ako. Tapos nagkaroon ng
Yes.
crisis. Hindi na ako makabalik. Try ako
Kaya nga kasama talaga dun yung fate din yung destiny mo
parang may
'Di
risk din po.
ba?
No?
Yung parang siguro luck ba, ganyan?
May risk
Minsan,
talaga involved.
yes. You have to take the risk and you have to be responsible for the risk you have taken. Kaya dapat in every risk pinag-aaralan mo din na pag eto ba lumipat ako dito, then na-terminate ako, kaya ba nitong sustentuhan yung the next 6 months ko?
Tama.
Meron ba akong
So,
fund for the next 6 months na kahit wala akong trabaho?
meron para risk management mo.
Yes, risk management.
Kakalculate mo yung risk
Yes.
involved. Pero kung
'Di ba? Para
talagang
at
maraming
least
mm,
Yes, para at least kung
maraming
ma-terminate
factors,
ka man, meron kang ilalarga, 'di ba? Meron kang
tama.
pang sustento kahit 6 months kang mawalan ng trabaho uli.
Maganda yung advices nyo. So, daming tanong pero hindi ko pagtatagal ito kasi more than 1 hour na. And gusto baka magre-rest si Dr. Mary. So, this is the time na you can ask your questions. Sa Q&A, if sa audience natin meron gusto magtanong, your comments, your amplifications, or specific question kay Dr. Mary, this is the time that we can accommodate you. Meron ba kayong mga tanong for our audience? Si Karen, yung wife ko nga, thanks daw po.
Hi Karen.
Nina.
Get
So,
well
I'll wish her
soon.
Ano kang ginawa sa kanya? Ano yun? Yung modern, mas modern.
Laparoscopy?
Laparoscopy. Kasi ang bilis lang eh. So yun. Thank you daw. So mga audience, wala na ba kayong questions? O nahihiya? We will give some time, siguro 5 to 10 minutes, then we will wind up this episode. Hopefully na dami-dami yung natutunan, madami-dami tayong natutunan. Inspiration kay Dr. Mary as someone who rose from the rank and by grit determination and character, charisma, and some guidance and faith from the Lord. Siguro ano, sa Diyos na nakarating kayo dyan.
Yes.
Sabi niya kanina, no, in destiny, nag, nag-conglomerate to where you are now. But hindi ginagamit yun sa ano, you're paying back sa Filipino community dito sa UAE na
Yes.
dami yung natutulungan about yung mga career advices and also yung reaching out, no, nakita ko sa ano yung kasi yun yung goal ng Usapang Expat Pinoy. Actually, meron group na dito dati from my friends sa Dubai. Una yung nagre-reach out nung nag-start ang pandemic to help Filipinos na naapektuhan, reaching out, support, gano'n. Tapos medyo nagbago na, nag-evolve na. So ito ngayon ang naging ano, yung merong expat discussions on financial.
Mm-hmm.
Yan, wala po ako.
That's okay.
Ano. So, Dr. Mary, parting words and encouragement advice for ating mga OFW dito sa UAE and in the world. Maraming nanonood sa atin from other places like in Qatar. Mayroong nanonood na friend ko from Philippines. Mga nagre-react dito. Thank you po, my Auntie Pasita, my cousin, my friend in Qatar, and other nagre-react dito emoji. So, nahihiya lang magtanong. Usually, last week, ang daming tanong. So, parting words po, Dr. Mary. I will not, hindi ko na kayo i-hostage na matagal. So, marami na encouragement and advices na natutunan sa inyo in your career, in your rising from there. It's truly an inspiration sa Pilipino.
Yes. Sa mga kababayan natin, wag kayong matakot. I know we are going through tough times because of the pandemic, but matatapos din to. Okay, but we have to be ready for the next phase. Okay? Meron akong mga nakita na kababayan natin na courageously, when they lost their job, they went back to Philippines. And now they have started small business. But when I asked them, nagmo-move na sila ha. And yung kasi sa atin sa Philippines, we have more than 100 million of population. I think now it's around 101 million. Just imagine, kung may business ka sa Philippines, doon iikot yung, nandun lang sa atin ang pera, umiikot. Right?
Mm-mm.
Nandun yung pera. So, kung meron ka dyang maliit na business, kikita at kikita ka. Right? Kasi ngayon, nangyayari ngayon dito sa overseas is, let's face the fact, ang baba na ng mga salaries. Minsan,
Mm-mm.
nakakalungkot na talaga eh. No, I'm sad for other people na yun lang, yung tama, meron akong nakausap dati working in one of the malls sa isang toy store. Nung tinanong ko siya kung ano yung nangyari sa kanya, ano yung nararanasan niya sa pandemic, ang kanilang sweldo lang pala ay ginawang half. So, ang sweldo niya lang was 2,500, naging half pa, 1,250 na lang. Ang pambayad niya sa bahay is 800. So,
Naku.
400 na lang ang naiiwan. Pagkain niya pa, wala na siyang pinapadala sa family niya. So,
Mm,
what's the use na nandito siya? Right?
tama.
So, what's the use na nandito pa kung wala ka naman din kinikita? So, sabi ko, anong use at nandito ka and wala ka rin naman ding napapadala sa family mo because meron daw siyang asawa tsaka anak. So, yung ganon. And, for me personally, sa nakikita kong takbo ng branch namin sa Philippines, may pera sa Philippines.
Maraming
Yes.
mga projects ang
At
government.
yes, at nagbabayad sila on time. Unlike here
Mm,
dito, no, you have like if you have 30 days facility, nagiging 90 days, nagiging 120 days. But sa Philippines, once they sign the contract, if it's written there 30 days talaga yon. If it's written in 7 days, 7 days talaga yon.
tama.
Ganon. Yes,
Mm,
ganon ang, so, ito yung gusto kong i-share sa inyo. There is money in our country. Meron. Kasi lalo na ang country natin is exporting countries. And ngayon, lockdown ng India. They cannot produce goods. So, nakikita ko na
mm,
ang dami naming tanggap sa loading inspection. So, meaning, malaki yung export.
mm.
Okay? So, and then saan ba nanggagaling tong mga produce na to? From the small industries, small and medium
Mm,
industries. And yung mga, ganito kasi yan eh, ngayon ko na pag-aralan yung takbo sa Philippines. So, yung mga malalaking company, like, for example, this company na famous siya, I cannot tell the name, but famous.
yeah.
So, yung mga product na binibenta niya is gawa lang, yun ang mga toll manufacturers na maliliit.
Wow. Mm,
Yes, even the
talaga.
supplies.
Mas
So
makakatipid sila doon, eh, no?
that's how these big conglomerates work.
Mm,
Kumukuha lang sila ng mga toll manufacturers to produce products for them. But they have
mm,
official agreement and exclusivity.
yun.
So, ganun ang
Mm,
nangyayari. So, yun, ang dami kong, and sabi ko nga eh, because kasi ang aga kong umalis, I was only 22 years old when I came to UAE. So,
wow.
hindi ko nakita yung mga scenario na yan. But, kung maybe, if I'll go back in time, siguro, doon ako sa Philippines and siguro ngayon baka meron na akong malaking business na akong may-ari.
Mm, may
Yun lang
plano kayo sa
siguro yung,
future?
yes, yun lang siguro yung regret ko. Kasi ngayon, kahit ngayon, gusto ko nang mag-retire, ayaw nila akong papag-retire because I wanna see my own business. But no, ang ginawa ng board is they gave me the Philippines. So, binigyan nila ako ng malaking shares sa Philippines. So, ganun ang nangyari. So, which is very good din, di ba? So, parang
Mm,
I'm really running my own business sa Philippines. So, I want to share this na there is treasure in our country. Meron.
yun na.
And
Tama.
pati yung ethics ng business ethics, mga bayarin, when it comes to quality, they follow the procedures, ganon. Just not to lose the customer. They would do.
Yun na.
So, ang
So,
message ko is, let's just be courageous, okay? Pag natanggal tayo sa job, let's face it, pero wag sana tong maging reason para ma-hijack yung ating creativity and other ideas para
Amen.
mag-move forward. So, ayun
Amen.
lang
Amen.
siguro, yun.
Amen.
And the
So,
rest, it's
maraming
all up to
salamat po.
God.
Yes,
Thank you,
definitely.
RD.
If it's our God is our guidance. So,
Yes,
maraming salamat po, Dr. Mary Jane Alvero, for
yes.
this, for gracing the show, the program Usapang Expat Pinoys. And hopefully, marami tayong natutunan, tayong mga OFWs around the world. Sa sinabi ni Dr. Mary, inspiration from her. She rose from the rank and now she is the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Prime Group of Companies. So if you want to further ask questions or contact Dr. Mary, sabi niya willing siya to help you in
Yes.
check yung kanyang background or bio, FB page, I think nandun siya, and also sa
Sa
LinkedIn,
LinkedIn.
professional bio. Yung professional bio niya nasa LinkedIn profile. So maraming salamat, Dr. Mary.
Thank
Sana
you. Thank you, RD.
God bless career
Thank you,
niyo. And
guys.
thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
So maraming salamat po for tuning in for the past 1 hour and 30 minutes of Usapang Expat Pinoys. And I'm RD. Saying good afternoon. Maraming salamat. God bless sa mga nanood, sa lahat ng mga nanood. And hopefully naka-encourage and naka-inspire yung career growth ni Dr. Mary J. Alvero, one of woman executive leader dito sa UAE, sa Dubai in particular, na nakatulong sa atin. So bye, thank you, God bless. See you again for another episode of the Usapang Expat Pinoys.